Okay, so it's actually day 2 in Dubai here at MRO Middle East. And I've come onto the ANG stand, the Aviation Network Group stand, talked to Ian Thompson about the story of the ANG parties. Last night was the party.
It was.
We're talking post-party, which is somewhat challenging, but
we always do it on the main day if we can. Yeah, last night the feedback I've already had from some of the sponsors, particularly the platinum sponsor, Etihad Engineering, which is obviously the main sponsor for the last the 5th year running.
Was it? Okay.
Their feedback was very, very, very positive.
Yeah.
Saying how
the venue was amazing. It was in the Buddha Bar in the Grosvenor House. Anyone who knows that bar is it's one of the
correct. I mean, the reason why we chose that was because you had the option to not just network. You could watch a fantastic show. Service was amazing. You had a dining area so you could actually sit down properly and eat and converse with people.
Yeah.
But networking areas again where you can go and sit upstairs and just have some quiet time. Because, okay, it's great to network and great to have a party, but also the whole purpose is to be able to talk to your peers.
Yes.
Without distraction. And some of the events, some can be loud, some can be quiet. However, with the networking area and the dining area space, it gave people the opportunity that if there's 2 spare seats at a dinner table, you can sit down and you're starting talking to 8 more people that you've never met before.
Yeah. And that's how easy these things. These events happen all the time.
Yes.
They're large. Lots of people come through on the footfall. But you have pre-arranged meetings. There's a bit of serendipity of people walking past.
Yeah.
But I always think that some of the most important, interesting conversations take place
I can
after hours.
I can assure you, last night, hosting the party, I've actually managed to connect with 2 customers for first class that I've been trying to get hold of for about a year.
Yeah.
I was just waiting outside the event. These people come up, can we get into the party? We're speaking to one company. I've been trying to speak to this lady there for 12 months.
Yeah.
She was there standing in front of me. I would never have had that opportunity because she's busy. I understand that. She works for a big airline. Yeah. She's got a big procurement team behind her. But I managed to converse with her last night. I gave her a wristband. She entered the party and we've already had emails exchanged this morning. Say thank you very much.
And when you said first class, that's your other hat. We're talking hats, but but there's your other hat you're here with, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
Of course. That one. Tell us a story about these events then, because they're relatively young as a concept. I know you were telling me last night they've been in your head for a long time.
So when I first started, when I had my recruitment company many years ago, I was in Bremen. Sitting there at a bar, my client had gone home because he just had a baby. And I was sat in there next to a Lufthansa City Line pilot at a bar. I was ready to go back home, back to bed. Mm-hmm. We started talking. We chatted for 2 or 3 hours, had a few beers. And I had this idea called business buddies. And I thought, it was probably a bit like sort of matching, dating sort of, but for business people. Yeah. If you're going to a country, you put your information in, your political views, your sports team, your age, where you come from, etc. And then you match with people. So if you're traveling to Hamburg, Bremen, Australia, wherever you're going, you can put on there, I'm going to be there for 3 or 4 days. I'm on my own. Does anyone fancy hooking up for dinner? Just to rather than being on your own, because it can be a lonely existence in this industry. Yeah. And you're sitting in hotel bars and there's 6 other people on the bar. Everyone's on their phones. No one talks so much anymore. Yeah. And I thought it might be a nice idea. And then we sat down in Germany with about another 10 friends. And sort of like the ANG sort of came about. And then during COVID, because I'd just had a stroke prior to COVID, I sold my recruitment business to my business partner and it gave me time to start the process.
Okay.
And I put a couple of small events on myself and then I had customers who were attending saying, is there any chance we can split the bill next year to do another event? Yeah. And then I started thinking, well, why don't I take this concept on? And let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
And we had 1,000 people in Barcelona. We had 600 last night. We had 800 at the Oxo Tower. And it's motoring, which is fantastic.
Yeah. So I believe in the early days, obviously COVID, we couldn't meet it physically. So nothing could happen there. But that was what sort of the idea was on to forward.
Well, that's one thing. I think when people come out again, you're going to want to see people. Yeah. You're going to want to talk to people. You've had 2 years of restriction with you're literally in your own bubble, as they called it at the time. And I thought once people are out and about again and once people are back on their feet, I just think it just works.
Yeah.
It just works. We put on a great show. Zara Goodwin, my fellow director, puts a lot of time into organising these events. And like I say, it's just
How did Zara get involved then?
So basically, we were doing it, and then it was getting to a stage where I just couldn't physically do the invoicing, the sales, and this was prior to me working for First Class. And then obviously started working for First Class. I had to I needed help. And Zara's been in the industry for 25, 30 years. She's done all of the marketing, stands for SK Aero Safety that she's worked for as a consultant. So she was the perfect person. I've known Zara for years. Everyone's seen her walking around the shows. She's a little powerhouse, a little pocket rocket. And, she was the perfect person for me to assist. So, and it's worked great. So I brought Zara in. She has a decent shareholding in the company, and we work very well together as business partners.
I know there's other events that go on at these events. The large boys will put events on all over Dubai last night. They're often fairly restricted in terms of you can't really get into them.
This is
so think about this one.
Yeah.
It's more. I know it's only through getting a wristband from the sponsors if you're looking to be invited.
Yeah,
but it's a bit more accessible, I would say.
Yeah, the good thing is, if you're an individual, that I found when I first started working my recruitment company, walking the floor, there was all these people going out for dinners. There was all these people going out for meeting in bars.
Tweaks.
And I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
So I just sat at the bar on my own. So that's why with the A&G, you can go and you can purchase a ticket to one of our events. Yeah. So if you're a one-man band, you're a startup, or you're just walking the floor on your own because your company sends you, you can then come, you know that you can come to an evening, mingle with 5, 6, 7, 800 people, compromising of airlines, lessors, OEMs, MROs, stockists, logistics, the whole spectrum of our fantastic industry. And as an individual person, to be able to do that, you can't buy that because you can walk around this show and see all the stands you want. But many people on these stands are salespeople. Whereas you go to a networking evening, even though you've got the sales side of it there, you've also got more influencers.
Yeah.
So, and you can stand at the bar and start talking to somebody, and you're never going to meet them to the show. Never.
The media, it's gold dust, like you say, to just go, suddenly find yourself stood next to the CEO of one of the companies and just have a kind of human to human chat. You're
at the bar.
You're not talking,
Oh, exactly.
Next time we see them, they'll remember you.
I mean, sometimes we even bump into somebody and you go, oh, sorry. And then all of a sudden you start exchanging business cards. You leave and you make some real good connections.
Yeah. So your Barcelona, I remember you said to last night, the Barcelona one I thought was the best one I've been to. I mean, all good, but there's something about that one, isn't it? It was a themed Halloween. So you had amazing actresses and actors walking around in costume. And you said, is that your biggest one ever?
That was 1,000 people.
That's a big one.
1,000 people to that one, and that was everything had to be bought in.
Yeah.
So we had to build the venue.
Yeah.
We had to bring in the food. We had to bring in the bar. We had to bring in all the actors.
That's a huge undertaking.
And it was up the top of a hill in Barcelona. So there was a lot involved.
Yeah.
Whereas generally, most of the events are in a fixed bar, restaurant that does it for a living.
Yeah.
Because that one was that was stressful.
Yeah. They're hard owned stuff. Everything has to be bought in.
Don't get me wrong. That was very, very stressful. But we made it. We smashed it. And, I mean, I got told to not go up against some of the big boys.
Yeah.
Some of the OEMs and stuff like that.
Don't.
And we were bigger. We were the biggest party in Barcelona. Yeah. So, but in Americas, we've got respect for some of the Dasses and the Heikos who do the big events on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. Yeah. So we do like a welcoming event on the Monday.
Right.
And we've only got 80 tickets left. So be quick.
Okay.
Go on the website. Yeah. That's my plug.
So you went, the MRO events are where you really established this.
Yeah, at the moment.
But obviously there's loads of potential out there because there's so many different other trade shows.
I think that's it. At the moment we don't have the capacity of people to be able to expand how we'd like to. However, we've had interest from people to say, can you do an event here? Can you do an event there? Yeah. We're doing the golf tournament in Orlando on Monday. Okay. So Aviation Week have asked to partner with us to put the golf show on, which Zara's doing at the moment. So that's all organised. Yeah. All the information for the golf's out there already to attend and also to sponsor. Yeah. So again, that can be found across social media and on our website as well. But yeah, so that's just the next phase.
Yeah.
But with the size of the parties and the capacity we have, I don't want to go to that next level yet because I don't want to reduce the service we offer and the venues and the events we offer. I don't want to dilute them too much.
Very a memorable event, isn't it?
Exactly,
I remember that particular
exactly.
Don't blur into what.
No, but yeah, I mean, Orlando's going to be the next one, which is going to be more interactive, a bit like the darts. We did Flight Night last year, which sponsors like because they could have their customers in their bays.
Yeah.
They got to talk to them for the first couple of hours. And then after that, you can go out and you've got another 300-400 people you can meet.
Yeah, we did Flight.
You're not just stuck with your own customers and you've got a chance to spread your own, to meet new people.
We did Flight Club at our own predictive aircraft maintenance event in Dublin. And
Hits. Brilliant. So this year we're doing bowling. We hired a whole bowling alley.
Yeah.
So in Orlando, we're going to have bowling. We've got an open bar, food. There's gaming. There's karaoke. There's DJ. There's pool tables and 4 live alligators, run alligator show and cigar rolling. So it's going to be a great opening to which is the MRO Americas is huge.
And just to finish on the story of how, or where it all started. Do I understand correctly? In the beginning, during COVID, you started. It was like a WhatsApp group, really. You
exactly what it was
on WhatsApp.
Yeah, it was a WhatsApp
Social
group.
played a great.
And then it sort of started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And other people came and say, "How do we join? How do we get involved?" So, due to the fact of building the website and everything else, we just started doing a minimal fee. It's only £249 to join, and that 2 people from your company can join the group.
Yeah.
And then they can converse with other group members, ask questions, throw ideas out there. And it's just great.
Yeah.
I get some great feedback. I do get great feedback from our members, and we've got some fantastic people in the group.
Ian, before we finish, we must talk about the logo on your chest, because that's the paying the other job you've got.
Yeah. So
FCAH. Talk about them.
So basically, First Class Air Holdings Group. They are an American-based private equity-owned company. The CEO Isaac Roth was one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
He then approached me after COVID and said, what are your plans? So I said, well, I probably want to get working again. He said, well, I've got this head of business development role. Would you be interested? Had an interview, got offered the job straight away. And, we're a group of companies. So we've got material stock in the US, over 2 million line items in stock. We've got 4 MRO shops, which include a safety equipment shop called Aviation Inflatables. We've got cargo repair that does full cargo repairs.
Okay.
We have Cobalt, which does heavy structural repairs.
Yeah.
And we have another company that was recently purchased in the last 12 months with Inodyne Systems, which does regional jets. So it does regional structures and electrical equipment within the cabin.
Right.
So they're expanding, they're growing. It's a great company to work for. I mean, I say CEO Isaac is very hands-on. Yeah. He's a good friend of mine,
Are they giving this week, or are you here?
No, I'm just here. I mean, at the end of the day, the EMA region, for us, we have a lot of customers in Europe.
Yeah.
In the Middle East, we're growing. We're trying to get there. However, we need to get our next phase because they're purchasing MROs. We're growing, we're moving, and it's working well at the moment. Yeah. So, but I love working for the company. They're very good to me. I'm based in the UK, so I'm 5 hours in front. So the US guys come in and I start speaking to them. But they're a fantastic group of people. Right. So I can't argue. The way they've looked after me has been awesome.
Yeah, and you're able to juggle the A&G stuff as well.
Well, this is it. I mean, we've got people now that can take away the stuff I was doing prior to working for First Class. Yeah. So that gives me a lot of time, and I still got the weekends. I'll always work.
Yeah.
My wife said you're addicted to your phone, but I'm not. I love the social aspects of it. I love the industry. And even though I said I'd like to retire at 60, I can't see it happening. I'll be doing something somewhere.
What would you do?
I'll be doing something somewhere.
Yeah. Ian, look, thanks for joining us.
No worries.
Talk to me.
Thank you very much.
On our Cast, and we'll see you again. The next one, I guess.
Thank you, Luke.
Orlando.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.